anything. This is why we do the work that we do, and this is who we do the work for and with. My name is Pam Shaw. My title is Director of Strategic Funding and Partnerships for the YMCA of the East Bay. Our main office for early childhood is located in Berkeley, California. We serve the entire East Bay, Alameda, and Contra Costa counties. We also have centers in 2 remote areas in Yolo and Sacramento as well. So we serve about 1,200 kids in 4 counties, all of it subsidized by state and federal. We have a little bit more state money than federal money right now, but we do provide wraparound full-day, full-year services, comprehensive services for every child in the program regardless of their funding source. So that's who we are. If you haven't heard about us through this conference, I think we've been on like more panels and productions than we usually do. This to me is the highlight of the conference because it is hearing from the apprentices themselves what they've done, where they've come from, and where they're at right now. And we have a range of 5 people at various levels within the apprenticeship. We have, for those of you who don't know or haven't heard us speak during the course of this week, we have 3 levels of apprenticeship. We have an entry level that's 12 units, an associate teacher permit, a teacher for an AA degree, and a teacher with a BA degree. And we have people representing all 3 of those levels here. I'm going to turn this over now to Daryl Bright, who is our workforce success manager. And he will lead them through a series of questions. And if we have time at the end, you'll have an opportunity to ask them questions yourself. But thank you.
Thank you, Pam. Welcome, apprentices. Welcome, everyone. So really quickly, we're just kind of give the format. I'm going to ask them a few questions, and everybody's not going to answer every question, but we have some specific things we want to pull out. But in the beginning, we want everybody to go down and introduce themselves and just kind of give a little bit of what brought you to the field. And we'll start on the end with Yahaira.
Hello, my name is Yahaira Hernandez. I am 25 years old. And I am a little bit nervous because I never been on this position in front of a lot of people, but I am glad to be here to have this opportunity and happy to be presenting my YMCA and the program that helped me to be where I am right now.
My name is, can you hear me? My name is Derica Godot. I am a head teacher with the Y, and I was brought, you said brought to the, I was brought to the apprenticeship program to finish my education while still being able to work.
My name is Anthony. I'm 19 years old, and I came to the program because, well, I was looking for jobs after I graduated high school, and most of them, because I was looking at babysitting jobs or daycare jobs, and most of them said like ECE units recommended or required, and I had no idea what they were. So my dad, using some of his connections, he asked Pam Shaw what that was and everything, and so she sent us all the information for the program, and I thought, that would be a great place to start.
Hi, hello. My name is Derica Williams, and today's my birthday.
Happy birthday!
I came to the program because I was already working as a single mother full-time, and I wanted something besides a dead-end job in a future. So this program kind of gave me the opportunity and the access to the resources to accomplish that goal.
Hello, my name is Angel Brown. Do I have to tell my age? No, I'm 39 years old. What brought me here was actually my husband. I seen my husband complete the program or in the program, and so he motivated me to continue my education, which was I was scared of after so long. So I'm here, and I got far enough.
You're doing well. What are you talking about? You're not here. You're shining. So yes, Angel's story is a little bit different. Her husband Anthony was in our program the year before and came through, and now he's in tier 2. And to complete the cycle,
Yes, I'm
now
in
we have
tier
Angel.
1.
So yeah, it's great. Thank you all so much. Just really quickly, Anthony, before you came here, have you ever heard of an apprenticeship, or what did you know about apprenticeships?
I didn't really know any. I was kind of clueless to all of that. I think just, you know, looking through all the stuff that was sent to me from Pam and all the stuff about the program, it was intriguing to me, and it would help me further my education and my knowledge of working with kids, because I knew I always wanted to work with kids. I babysat for like a really long time, and I was always the designated person to take care of the cousins or the nieces and the nephews. So that was kind of already in my realm. And I never really thought about doing or pursuing a career. Well, I wanted to be a teacher, but I didn't think I really could because you had to do a lot of school, and I didn't really like school. So, but with this program, because of the acceleratedness of it, it made it a little bit easier for me to kind of jump on that train and get into it.
Thank you, excellent. Derek, could you kind of talk about your journey before apprenticeship with maybe some opportunities in school? And we're talking about G this time. I'm sorry, birthday girl. I'm sorry.
My experience before
With
that?
education before the apprenticeship program.
So I completed my ECE classes at Contra Costa College, and before I had my baby, I was one class away from getting my AA, which is when I started working full-time with the Y. And so, you know, having a baby, my goal was to work and, you know, provide for my baby. And so in hearing about the apprenticeship, I felt like that was my opportunity to get my AA and get my BA as well and finish my educational course.
Cool. Anybody else want to chime in on their educational experience before the apprenticeship program?
I don't mind.
Go ahead.
My experience before this program, I actually went to school for medical assisting, so I did like the vocational school, and it was totally different, and I didn't end up in the field that I went to school for, so that's why I was kind of hesitant to actually go back to school. But I like the process that this program has actually, it helped a lot with like the tutors and the support. A lot of support is very helpful.
Great. Thank you. And Derica W., the birthday girl. What do you like most about being an apprentice? What did you like? Because now she's master's degree, she's beyond the apprenticeship stage. So what did you like most about being an apprentice?
The fact that I felt that I could do it. Sorry. The cohort altogether, it was the people that surrounded me, that was in my classes. It was, you know, you, Pam. I never had to worry about going to class. That was the last thing I had to worry about. If I needed a ride home, Uber, bus, cab, like you guys were gonna take me, the resources, my daughter being able to eat or have a place to come while I went to school. It was more than just school to me. It was like a community, and that's what I needed because I was never able to. I always loved school. I've always loved education. I wanted to further myself. You know, who doesn't want to have a better life? But sometimes, unfortunately, you're not able to do it by yourself. And so I just really like that I wasn't alone.
Great, great. Yahaira, what do you like most about being an apprentice?
I like most the support that I have of Noemi, Miss Pam. I have Miss Pam as teacher in one of my classes. She was, to me, the best teacher because she understands a lot, and Noemi too. And I feel that even that English is not my first language. They believe on me, and that's why I am here today, because it was for me. I now will be here talking because sometimes I feel my English is not enough, but they are believing on me, and they are pushing me, and I feel this is the best opportunity that I have, because coming to this country, I came to this country when I was 15 years old. My dream was always be a doctor, but on this country was impossible for me because my parents are not here. I was alone, but on this program I find a family who support me and who they are always there for me, even that right now I am an adult, but I came to this program when I was, I think, after high school, like 19 years old, and I am 25 now, almost 6 years in this program, but I have the best support here. And I see myself in 5 more years even more grow than now with the support of them.
Great, great. And just kind of touch on to some of that support, Derica. Good G. You know, I know who your success coordinator was very personally. So how would you describe the success coordinator role and how it impacted your place in this apprenticeship? I was her success coordinator.
Well, like she said, you were very supportive. I felt like it was really important for me to build that relationship because I'm really shy, and so in being shy, I don't always speak up when I need that extra help. And so in building that relationship with you, it was easy for me to, come and be like, hey, Dara, I need this, or, just letting you know the things that I need so that you can help me find the resources. And I was your bully.
Yes, you was. And now your son is. He fires me every day. I say, Dara, you fired me. Like, what'd I do? So just to kind of take that into another situation, Derica has completed Tier 3, and Anthony and Angel are now in Tier 1, and they have a different success coordinator. So Anthony, could you talk about how the success coordinator role plays with you?
Yeah, so I'm in the first tier. I'll probably be done by the end of this year. And Taylor is my success coordinator, and she's been an amazing success coordinator. She does a lot to help me, even if, because last semester I didn't complete one of my classes, so I had to retake it. Well, I had to not take the third class and then wait until I completed the second class, and so it was a whole thing, and just because I wasn't on top of my stuff, but the support from Taylor and the professor, made it easier for me to meet with my tutors and the professor to get that class completed, and now I have that class completed. So,
Great. Angel, anything you'd like to add?
I think Taylor is great. She makes sure that if we're not on top of what we're supposed to do, and she makes sure that it's going to get handled, and there's no mistakes in that. She's going to make sure that we progress and not going to stay behind.
Absolutely. And so we love the success coordinator role, and it's funny that you brought up Taylor, because Taylor worked like a year from Africa. Nobody knew she was stranded in Africa with COVID hit, and she worked the entire year from Africa. It never missed a meeting, never missed a show up. None of the participants even knew she was gone. It was just kind of, but she did an amazing job, and that success coordinator role is really, really important. So I'm going to ask this one for Derica W. If you could improve the apprenticeship program in any way, what would you see, or what would you like to see happen?
Oh my goodness.
More money for Daryl.
I would like to see more access. I was lucky because I was in area, I guess now it's area 2, which is a lot of our Berkeley sites. And now that I'm the education coach and I've moved outside of that area, I'm in a more area that needs a lot of love. And a lot of my teachers don't know what the apprentice program is, and so I'm like sharing it and sharing my success in it, and like pushing them to, to like ask and reach out, and I think that's important, just having the access to everybody. And I would also like to see more. So tier 1 is very, very intense. Yes, you have somebody there walking you through it every step of the way. When you get to tier 2, it gets a little different. It's more, individualized, independent. And I would really like to see the partnership with, like, when they go into the classrooms, match with mentor teachers, and just that continuation throughout all of the tiers. I would love to see that.
Great point. Yahida, if there was anything that you could do to improve the apprenticeship program, what would you do? How would you make it better?
In reality, until today, I don't have nothing like that I see to improve on this program because I have a lot of support and with the teachers that sometimes I share. My success coordinator is Noemi. Here is her cell phone if you have questions about classes, or if you want to sign in a class. And that for me this is a great opportunity, and it's a big bless to be in this program.
Great. Anthony, how about you? How would you improve it if you had a chance?
Kind of the same thing. I mean, I'm not super far into the program, so I don't know if there's really a lot I can say because I haven't experienced what the rest of them have. But there's a part of doing the in-person hours that is appealing to me because when I'm put into a situation like that where I have to be hands-on and learn from the situation instead of like somebody telling me what to do in a classroom, like on the Zoom classes, I feel like that is more of my speed, and I would rather learn through more like in-person training than from the classes.
So just expound on that a little bit. How has the combination of the college coursework and the in-person training been connected for you?
Well, I got to see like the skills that I learned from those classrooms, how they apply to working with kids in an actual classroom, and also like learning from my mentor and how she deals with the kids and being able to ask her questions about a situation, or like if a kid won't come with you inside when we're trying to line up, like what do you do to help them come inside, and like just different things like that. Having that support also is good, but yeah, I think
that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you. You don't have to keep going.
Okay.
We're good. Angel, how about you? How has the connection between the college courses and the on-the-job training benefited you?
I think it benefited me, even though I am a mother. It helped me parent totally different. I have more patience. I think before I react, or I think before I even respond. So that helped me. It helped me a big.
Great.
Yeah.
And you touched on a big point there. And we'll ask both Derek, because I'll start with Derek and W. How has this program even influenced in the way that you parent? Or has it even had an impact on that at all?
Oh my God, yeah, it's had a big impact. Just my insight, my like what I'm capable of, and before I was parenting to the best of my ability, and now I know like it's kind of like a teamwork with me and my daughter. She's 14, so it's patience. It's the back knowledge of temperament, of just the child development piece that you don't really know. You just, as a parent, you just do the best that you possibly can. But when you have those backstories and like the history and like, how the body works, like it just makes sense to you. You're like, oh, she'll be fine. You know, it makes you just like calm down some. And it works like both ways, like with your students and with my child. Like, I just feel like the ECE knowledge that I've learned, like from the books, have just helped me comprehend on how, like, I actually have my action, like how I do things.
Great. Derek G.
I'll piggyback off of what Derek Williams said. I definitely agree that, you know, the knowledge of the ECE program and understanding the way the brain develops helps with understanding my child, especially with what he's dealing with school right now. And so it helps me kind of step back and be like, okay, you know, I've been at work all day. I'm a little frustrated, but I'm gonna take a deep breath, and then we're gonna approach this a different way. So,
Yahida, how would you get somebody to join the program? If you wanted to sell this program to somebody, what would you tell them?
I would share with them my history in this program, and I think after they hear my history, for sure they will want to apply. Because when I'm going to repeat again, I came to this country when I was 15 years old, and I didn't have my parents on this country, and for me it was impossible to go to school, to go to college, to go to the university, because I didn't have money. I had to work to pay my bills, but with this program, I don't have to pay nothing, and they do everything for me. They believe in myself, even more of what I believe that I can do. So that's a great opportunity, and of course, I will share with a lot of people to come and to have a better opportunity.
Great. Angel, what would you say to somebody to get them to join?
I would also let them know how I started in the program, and also if it might be things that they don't have, and the program also provide that, like laptops and the books, and even transportation with help, if that was needed. So,
What did Anthony say to get you to join? How was that conversation? I've been wanting to ask you.
I was actually, you know, I was sitting there as he's doing work and in the Zoom meetings, and I was like, you should try that. Like, I don't know. And as I was doing my application, starting it to do the program, and I'm like, I think I was cooking or something, so I put the put the phone down because I didn't complete it, and he actually completed it for me. So it was like I didn't have no choice. Like I'm in there. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this chance and better my education, and I appreciate it.
We're glad to have you. Definitely
Thank
glad to have
you.
you. So let's just talk about some planning and feedback. Let's get your feedback from now on. Anthony, if you could tell Daryl one thing that he could do to improve what he's got going on here, what would you tell him? And I'll let him know.
Speak less at the conferences so people don't poach you.
He said speak less at conferences.
He's not going anywhere. I don't know. I feel like probably to implement some like more training in person for the first tier.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Some more in-person stuff.
Like hands-on in the classroom with the kids.
And so a couple people did really talk about the cohort experience. Angel, could you just kind of expound on what working and being in a cohort has meant for you in this process?
Well, it's kind of like a family. Like you have everybody there, and everybody's helping each other, being helpful. So, and making sure that you go along and proceed.
And you two, I would say, Anthony and Angel, you guys have been completely virtual for pretty much
Yes.
your entire
Yeah.
program.
The only thing that was in person was the CPR training. But like,
Right.
you know.
And when you go in the
Leilani's
classroom-
looking at you and said, we had a wellness event that you didn't attend. So yes, just really kind of diving into that a little bit more. Just where do we want to see this? Where do you want to see this program as we kind of continue? I'll start with you, Derica G, since you're giving me the "you fired" look.
I guess I would say I would like to see more with the relationship between the mentors and the apprentices.
Derica's a mentor.
I feel like my personal experience, I haven't really, like, one of my apprentices never showed up. So I guess just like the organizing behind it and making sure that, you know, they're ready to commit and follow through.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now don't move the mic. Keep it. So as a mentor, what are some of the things that you do for these new individuals that are coming into your classroom?
I guess I kind of try to lead by example. When they come in, I let them know, like, if they have any questions, to always feel free to ask me. But I'm kind of like, when I'm in my zone, I just do what I know, and then I try to talk them through it. And I have to tell them, like, you know, if you have any questions, make sure you ask me, because, like I said, I just do it. And so sometimes I may not communicate what I'm doing. But I always try to go back, like when we have our reflections, to like explain to them the process.
Great. And now one more time, I'm not done. How about the mentor training? How has that helped, or how has that impacted the training that you get from the mentor trainer? Yolanda.
Miss Yolanda?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's really helpful, especially, like I said, because I sometimes don't communicate what I'm doing in the classroom, and so the mentor trainings are kind of like a reminder that I need to step back and be like, okay, let me walk you through this a little bit more instead of trying to just show you.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, you can put your away. Anthony, you're currently going through your mentor training with a mentor. How's that experience been for you?
It's been good. Like I said, I feel like I do well or better when I'm immersed in an experience instead of talking about being in the experience. But yeah, having the support of the mentor and being able to ask questions, even if it may be something really simple, but being able to ask questions and receive feedback, and also like being acknowledged for the work that I'm doing, because the main thing is, when I'm in the classroom, I feel, when I walk in every day, they're usually during like circle time, and so I feel kind of bad because when I come in, they all want to say hi to me at the same time, but they're supposed to be like listening to the other teachers doing the circle. But, you know, being able to see how my presence in the classroom has affected the kids has also been really important to me.
Great. We could clap on that one, man. It's been something big that we really want to do, is get more males in the industry. And that's something that we've really been adamant about trying to do intentionally. And looking younger and going to these high schools and getting guys in college before they really start to have all these other responsibilities has really been the best piece for us as we move forward, and other agencies that are doing this kind of work. So really quickly, Derica W., birthday girl, what did you like best about being an apprentice? Give it back to me. Everybody's going to answer this.
What did I like best about being an apprentice? I liked being able to like put my knowledge to action. I came in, I don't know how I came in, but I came in with 3 units. I didn't have no units. And so I was kind of winging it, you know. I had it good, actually, moving from class to class, kind of subbing, just like, helping whatever teacher you could. You learn like so many different styles, like what works for you, what you can throw away, how kids react to different type of temperaments. And then once I started going to school as well and getting that ECE knowledge, I got to really start connecting everything together. And like Anthony said, it's so much easier to see what works and what doesn't work for you when you're there versus just sitting in the classroom talking about theories and what could and what could not. All of that is awesome, but once you get into the classroom, those theories don't always work, you know? And it's like real life. So you kind of have to take your ECE and your knowledge and, you know, what you're learning, but you have to be able to apply it somewhere. And that's in the classroom. So it was major for me because I got to learn how to be a teacher.
Great, great. Angel, what do you like best about being an apprentice?
I like the education. I'm learning new skills, something that I didn't have before because I was actually in the caregiving field, so it's kind of different. So
Getting new skills.
yes.
Excellent. Yahida, what do you like most about being an apprentice besides know Amy's phone number?
I like have the opportunity to work with kids and to learn from them because kids are wonderful. And
Sometimes.
I also liked one of the best things that I feel is me as a person and as an adult feel heard from a wonderful team that Miss Pam have, like Mr. Darrell, Noemi. When I have questions and I go to them, they always respond to me, and they are wonderful people to me.
Great, great. Derek and G, last but not least, what do you like about being an apprentice?
I would say the support of the staff. When I was an apprentice and being in the cohort, a lot of the other teachers in my cohort were also teachers at my site, and so we were very supportive of each other, and like they said, that made it feel like a family, and so I like that.
Great, great, great. That concludes my questions. It's not for lack of preparation. It's just so we can have some time for you guys to ask some questions if you have some. Any questions for any of us? No? No?
Question. As an apprentice, what is something that you guys wish that you knew before getting into it? Like, what is some like of that? Like, before I became an apprentice, I wish I would have known, X, Y, and Z because maybe the preparation or just being more aware.
Great question.
For me, it would be the school aspect because I was coming straight out of high school. I didn't know what exactly to expect from a college course, let alone an accelerated college course. So that probably would have been more helpful to know going into it because I think that also kind of hindered my own expectations and ability to complete the rest of the program.
I'd like to add, I was going to say, for me, I think it's mental, like knowing that you're ready and to take that step, and that you're going to jump in because it is an accelerated course. Like I said, I have no units. I got my BA, 2 years?
Yeah.
So within less than 4 years, I was able to get an AA, a BA, and a master's. But that's because I was mentally there and I had the support to help me do that.
And this is not typical. Let me be clear. You took 5 community college classes and 2 BA level classes in the same semester.
Wow.
I did not pass everything with A's and B's. I actually failed a class, but I had, like I said, it was the support. I had Dr. Shavrin was there at the time, And she pulled me to the office because I was like in the hallway about to be done. And she was like, that one course does not decide your faith. You know, like she told me her personal story. Like, we've all done it. We've all failed. It's not about the failure. It's about shaking it off, and getting back up. And, you know, I was able to do that because she was there to tell me that.
I'm curious if there's like an element within the tiers or how it works. Like, if you got somebody like you, because we hung out last night.
I do, Renee. I remember.
But I was like, I went. Lots of pumpkin stories. Like, I want to know what you're going to do next. So, like, when you've got people who then end up getting these advanced degrees, and they're like the trajectory. So, how does the trajectory continue? And like, what supports are in place when people like Dorika then become leaders and then continue to move up? And how does that all work together?
Well, I think she could be the best person to tell you that story.
Oh, no, I was going to say that's a great question. Because we were talking last night. And so I shared with you that I'm so grateful for this program, but also at the same time, I do feel like, where do I go now? Because I've worked so hard to go back into the ECE classroom is not feasible as a single mother living in the Bay Area. So what is next for me? Still being in education, still being in this program with this agency, but doing it in a way that's feasible and financially, good for me. Right now, I'm an education coach, and Yahada is one of my teachers, and I love it, but I know I just graduated, but I'm ready to put all of those things that I've learned to use, so I don't know what Pam and Daryl have planned for me.
Absolutely. And that's what we kind of want to do, is after they get their master's, they become our teachers. They become our college instructors. And it's a way to give back. Not only once they get to tier 3 in the BA, do they come back and be mentors, but once they go beyond, we can kind of bring them in and infuse them as instructors. I have one right here, and then I'll go to you.
Yes, I just wanted to kind of follow up on the story that Derek birthday girl was sharing. It seems like you've all had your different individualized trajectories throughout the course of the apprenticeship. When we're designing them, we think of it conceptually as you have this cohort, they all go through it through this kind of uniform process, but everybody has a different experience, right? I think you said you've been in the apprenticeship for almost 6 years now, so I'm curious for the panelists, have you ever reached a point where you felt like, this is it for me, I can't do it anymore, I feel like giving up, and what helped you overcome that obstacle?
We're going to say that's a typical October for us. Everybody quits in October in midterm. But
Yes, it's been moments that I feel I want to give up because it's not easy, especially for me. When I came to this program, my English was not like right now. I was very shy to speak, and I didn't know a lot of English because in high school, I feel I learned a lot being in the classroom with people who don't speak Spanish, and I had to speak English, and the practice helping me. And it's moments that I want to sometimes give up, but the support don't let me give up. Noemi, because I communicate with her because she speaks Spanish, and something that I don't understand, she's always able to respond to me. Yeah.
And that's your success coordinator?
Yeah, that's. No.
Derek, you look like you wanted to answer that one. My bad.
I was just gonna say, for me, when I feel like I want to give up, I continue because of the greater need for having qualified teachers. Like the importance of having those teachers in the classroom.
Absolutely. And that is one of the things that we kind of put out in the beginning. One of my first speeches that I always say to the group is, this program pours a lot into you, But at the end of the day, it's about our babies, and it's about the babies in the communities that we serve. And though you do get a lot of support, and though you do get a lot of upper mobility and all of these things, at the end of the day, at the root, what was it yesterday? At the root of it is the babies, and making sure that we have high quality classrooms and access to our babies in our communities for high quality education.
I just wanted to add to what Renee said about leadership. You're all leaders.
Yes.
So kudos to what you guys are doing, because it's amazing to see the results that you're having, and it's beautiful.
You have to know that 3 people on this panel are so scared to speak. They barely stand up in their class.
Yes. Yes. Any other
and I
questions?
also-
Oh, go ahead.
I also want to mention that when I start on this program, I didn't have no units. When I apply, the person who interviewed me do my interview, I say that my English was not really good, but I want to grow and I want to do something with my life. And then they give me the opportunity to start as floating. And I start floating, but as soon as I know that they have the program for classes, I sign myself and I start taking classes. And from that day to now, I didn't stop. I about to working on getting my AA teacher, and I have goals to get my BA, and I will stop. I finished.
So yeah, they make me look really good. With everything that the team is doing and they're doing, it makes me look good. But I will say I had with the 2 Derrickas is when I started as a success coordinator, and we went through their whole BA program every Saturday. We were there every Saturday.
Every Saturday.
Daryl, give me some copies. Daryl, bring me some. Give me something. So it was a good opportunity for me to grow in the field. It was my first opportunity to get into ECE. So being able to observe the classrooms, being able to go in and manage the after the child watch and child care during these classes really taught me a lot. And then as a staff, we all took the classes. So I got my staff and we said, hey, we're gonna take Child Development 51. We're gonna take Sociology of the Family. We're gonna take these classes so that we can know exactly what all the apprentices are going through, at least at that superficial level. But other than that, any other questions? Well, can we give these individuals a big round of applause? And I'm going to turn it over to Sandra.
Can I have my name tag?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's see. Let's give another round of applause for the panel. They were awesome. I am looking for my notes. I just want to say that I feel like there was no better way to end this fabulous conference. I mean, they were just awesome. And this is why we are actually all here. So congratulations to you guys. I just want to say I was taking a few notes while you guys were speaking. And I want to just say to Angel, Derricka, and Derricka, congratulations on doing this program and becoming better parents as a result of. That's awesome. So I just see that, and I wanted to put that out there. And you're not gonna be able to top this as a birthday, you know that, right? And I want to say to Anthony, if I could see why the kids love you and want to talk to you when you walk in the room, because I want to talk to you. It's awesome. And also I want to say for Yahira, thank you. Yahira, don't be afraid. We understood every word you said. Your English is just wonderful. So thank you very much to the panel. Now I am going to switch hats, and let me look at my notes because I wasn't planning to be up here. So even though you see me as Sandra right now, pretend that I'm Barbara. Pretend I'm Barbara, because Barbara was supposed to be giving the closing remarks. So these are actually her words that I'm reading. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so here we are. I want to give a shout out to our conference coordinators, Stacy and Jason. Those were the folks that were giving out everything and helping us get everything done. They worked tirelessly with us through the past few months, even when we had to change the date from February to May due to COVID. The facility was great. We were fed very well. Everybody's full? Good. We were fed very well, and they coordinated the event flawlessly. So thank you so much to Stacy and Jason. And second, want to shout out all the fabulous presenters. You guys were all wonderful, who generously donated their time and expertise. We really appreciate you, as well as everybody who actually attended. We had folks from all over show up, so we are so grateful for you. And the last reason I, Barbara, stand before you today is to truly thank Dr. Randy Wolf. As you have witnessed in the past few days, Randy's heart is full of passion for early care and education. Her dedication to the industry has been a lifelong journey, and it's beyond exciting to see what's come to fruition with ECEPTS for the last 3 strategies. Registered apprenticeships, field building, and systems change. And I can tell you, let me see, wait, I'm sorry. I can't tell you how many times in the past, the technology is not working with my phone here. I can't tell you how many times in the past I've heard the phrase, I would do anything for Randy. She's one of my favorite people. And just to say a few simple words, I just love her. I've heard that too. That's Sandra and Barbara. Back to Barbara. A true testament to this timeless treasure in Randy's relationship building is that she's built for decades with friends like Pam, Ellen, and so many others in the room. Her ability to lead with her heart and passion resonates through her relationships. So on behalf of the growing ECEPTS team, as well as all of you who have helped to build this vision over the past half a dozen years, we are so excited to be with you in this journey to scale ECEPTS model and to make a difference in the world of early care and education. The title of this conference, Seizing the Moment, couldn't be more relevant. This work and Randy's vision brings me back to my, Barbara, one of her favorite quotes by Neil Susterman, and this quote is, let's see, when you drop a pebble into a pond, the ripple spreads out, changing all the waters in the pool. The ripples hit the shore and rebound, bumping into one another, breaking each other apart. And in some small way, the pond is never the same again. Thank you to Randy for being the pebble in the pond and the pebble in the pond of ECE change, and thank you to each of you for the ripples on the shore that are changing forever. So on that note, on behalf of all of us at ECEPTS, me and Barbara, we want to thank you for your participation, your positive energy, and for just being there. And once again, for the panel and everybody, this was a wonderful experience. So be safe getting back, and thank you again.